Been on a road trip, cruising at 78, stomach growling, and you say, I do not want to stop at this gas station with 3 broken pumps and a haunted subway. Well, now you don't have to. Introducing Sunroof Snack Drop, the first fast food delivery service that drops your food directly through your sunroof by drone. That's right, burgers, fries, nuggets, tacos, descending from the heavens while you're doing 70 in the left lane. No exits, no restrooms, no awkward drive-through conversations. Just open up the sunroof and let it in.
Don't take it from us. Here's what Green Bean's founder, CEO, and legally not a pilot has to say. If you're hungry and you keep saying, we'll stop after the next town, congratulations. You're our target demographic.
Sunroof Snack Drop uses advanced GPS, questionable aviation math, and vibes to locate your vehicle and drop your meal with near-perfect accuracy.
Is it 100% safe? No. Is it 98% accurate? Also no. But are you going to get food without stopping? Absolutely.
Whether you're headed to a Browns game, chasing Notre Dame dreams, or driving cross-country arguing about coaching decisions, Sunroof Snack Drop keeps you fed and moving.
Sunroof Snack Drop is also the official sponsor of Flagrant Foul with Rich and Nate, which tells you everything you need to know about our decision-making.
Use promo code FLAGRANT for 10% off your first drone drop and a free napkin if it lands in your car.
Sunroof Snack Drop. If it hits the windshield, that one's on us.
Sunroof Snack Drop. Don't stop, just snack. And now for the show.
Yeah. Hey, Cleveland roots with a reckless style. Take so bold, they're flagrant foul. Abs on the ice, Notre Dame pride. Wrestle and talk about culture, ride from Rich to Nate. It's full court wild, say back press play. It's flagrant foul. Yeah, it's flagrant foul.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 21 of Flagrant Foul. As you can see, we are back in our typical settings. Rich had to go back to Colorado, had a great trip. Sad he's gone, but business as usual.
Yeah, things look a little bit more normal. I know we had some disparaging comments about recording in some people's grandma houses. Your grandma says hi, by the way. But no, it was a great time in Cleveland. It's good seeing Nate. And yeah, we have a special episodes. We started this journey about 4.5 months ago. It's our best of. We're down here to the year end, so this will be our best of 25. We selected some of our funnier and more lively discussions we've had here in our first 20 episodes. So hope you guys all enjoy that. But first, we got to celebrate the Browns' victory over the Steelers, right? What? I don't even know. I was upset all game, but they did it. They beat the lowly Steelers, and it was pretty sweet. Nate got to see it firsthand, eh?
Yeah, pretty awesome. Had tickets 6 rows behind the Steelers bench. Let me just tell you, that was a Steelers home game. Everybody around us were Steelers fans. I would say 75% at least of the stadium was Steelers fans. Despite that, Browns pull off a W. A lot of people upset that they won, kind of feel like they shot themselves in the foot, rooting their draft pick with that win. But I'm honestly excited now that they are out of the top 2 discussion and can shift their focus from feeling forced to take a QB. Now maybe we can throw some weapons on the offense. But yeah, game was awesome. Was hoping to see Miles get that get the record. You could definitely see the Steelers were more focused on not letting Miles get the record rather than trying to win the game, which so be it. We'll take it. But yeah. It was awesome.
A dub is a dub is a dub. And, Shadur, I was hoping, this would really be like a breakout game. Like, bottom line, in the heat of the moment, I was upset about the second pick. Things happened, but in hindsight, he got the win against a team that was sitting in a playoff spot. In hindsight, looking at the video, he made some throws. He spread the ball around. He was lacking a couple weapons. So I think overall, I'm pretty happy with what I saw out of the guy. And, I agree with you in that, we did lose some picks, but I think it takes the quarterback draft discussion out of it, which is what I wanted. I want to see a year as Shadur, and we have plenty of holes to fill. So I definitely don't want to we don't need to throw a whole draft on another rookie, not address our needs, and then have another a year of just watching somebody get their ass kicked behind that offensive line. So Yeah, it was a good game. Fannin was hurt. Some other highlights on the defense. Schwarzenegger is just absolute warrior, refusing to come off the field, out there playing on one leg. That's what we want. That's Cleveland heart, at its finest. Devin Bush just continues to have an awesome year. The Warden was on shutdown mode yesterday, and honestly, yeah, Miles didn't get the record, but I think in hindsight, they were so focused on him. He was a huge reason that we won that game yesterday. So, good on them. Do you have any other highlights on any players?
I just want to touch on Shedeur. As everybody knows, we're Shedeur guys. We like him. We like the energy that he brings. By no means are we trying to say that Shedeur is the next Tom Brady. Is he an amazing quarterback at this point in time? No. Has he thrown a lot of interceptions? Yes. The second pick yesterday was pretty bad. Like, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for the guy. I would much rather see a year with Shedeur and some weapons rather than going to get a quarterback. I like Shedeur, and he's more exciting to watch, and although he makes some dumb decisions, I think that he is much less scared to take risks than I think Deshaun was, holding the ball and running around, taking sacks, and Dylan Gabriel. I think that he just brings a little more energy to the team. So I would like to see him keep playing, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that he hasn't had some issues. I do feel like that second pick was really bad, and I'm not going to say that it wasn't just because I like him. And even the first one, he's thrown a lot of picks, and a majority of them have been tipped. Ball pops up in the air. Clearly that is something that he's doing wrong, and that needs to be addressed, because when it happens once or twice, okay, it happens, not your fault. But when it's happened as many times as it has, definitely needs to be addressed. But still like him, still want to see him play. I like him better than anybody else on the team at quarterback, and I don't like any quarterback in this draft more than I like Shedeur. So
Yeah, I would agree, and I think you're right. He's not Patrick Mahomes, and he's not Tom Brady, but you know what he is? He's Shedeur Sanders, and I like him. I think he's doing fine. He's a 5th-round pick. He's shown that he can improve and learn. He will tighten up the spirals off-season work. I think a little bit more work on the touch passes and some of the decision making, but the guys seem to like him, and I say we ride with 12 and 4 next year and build around these guys, and let's see what happens. So I do want to talk about this because it was a little cathartic for me. We had 26 years of actually it was more than that. It's more like, so you figure 95, 29 years ish, 30 years of hate. So angry because the Baltimore took her team, and the Steelers. Not that the rivalry hasn't been there. We don't hate the Steelers, but it's not been much of a rivalry and all of that. But I feel like I feel like, the goodwill, the Baltimore appreciation of us giving them a chance to make the playoffs. I'm feeling the brotherly love right now of the division. And you know what? Maybe that's what it took to just put bygones, let bygones be bygones. Let's put it all behind us. And let's move forward and get back to what we all should be doing, which is hating the Pittsburgh Steelers, because screw that organization. They suck and they're scumbags and I hate them. So, you never would have thought that I would have said this at the beginning of the year, but let's go Ravens next week. Let's knock the Steelers out. That would be so amazing to watch them. After going basically wire to wire, let's see the Ravens come in and take their spot away from them, but I want to see it. So I'm hoping this was the karma, the mojo, the sacrificing of a chicken, whatever you want to call it. I was hoping that this is the turning point for us. What do you think, Nate?
I'll take it if it works.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
for sure.
But yeah, I agree. I would rather see the Ravens over the Steelers. I just feel like, as Browns fans, it goes Steelers, Ravens, Bengals in order of hatred.
Yeah.
And while I would be salty if the Ravens went and won a Super Bowl, I would rather them than the Steelers.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're moving on. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all around the corner. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. We had a great time in Ohio. It was good seeing all the family and all that good stuff. So appreciate it. Surprised Nate hasn't made a comment that I wore his couple years back Christmas present on the cast today that he flamed on me and told me that I didn't wear, but I do wear it. So there it is. Anyway, I do. But anyway, so getting on to it, we got our best of episode, and I'm pretty excited about these clips. So our first one we have for you is all the way back to where it started, episode 1. Nate and I get into a little discussion about where we potentially would go for an F1 race this year. We didn't. Could be on the docket for next year, but some good Vegas talk, and Nate gets into some Joe Milton's rocket arm passes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this clip.
Not a rookie,
back at
but
it.
do you know who Joe Milton is? He was at Tennessee, and then they took him last year. The Patriots drafted him and Drake May,
Yeah.
and now he got traded to the Cowboys. I saw the clips from his preseason game with the Cowboys. It doesn't matter if you're throwing a screen, a 90-yard streak, which he can throw. He could easily throw the ball 100 yards. Like with a crow hop, probably 120 yards. He has one of the strongest arms I've ever seen. But like, you could be 5 yards away from him or 100 yards away from him, same speed. He should be in the MLB. Bullet pass after bullet pass. Fastest throws I've ever seen in my entire life. And they're just like bouncing off the receiver's chest. I think he hit one of them in the head.
Thanks for the touch pass. He's
no,
doing the
there's no touch. There's no touch. It's like the hardest pass you could ever throw. Dude, it's just like running a screen, just smoking it. It's insane. You have to watch it.
Thanks for the 5-yard out and just rocketing a ball at me. Appreciate that.
Like the
Yikes.
ball hit him harder than I think that like defense could tackle. It's insane. And then he maybe had like 3 passes where we're like, okay, like he threw a touchdown that was pretty good, like rolling out to the right, and that one had some touch on it for once, but like terrible. He's terrible.
Well, I got to check out the F1 movie. So Nate and I decided we were going to become big time F1 fans this year, even though we've not ever watched it prior. So yeah, it's been definitely a learning experience, but if you know nothing about F1, the F1 movie's pretty cool. It's been a while since I've seen a good blockbuster like that. So it's loud. The soundtrack is awesome. Some good racing in it. So it looks cool. Makes me want to go to an event. Where are we going this year, Nate?
We're going to Vegas. We could do a podcast episode in Vegas while at F1.
This time when we go, we're not doing the bus ride to Fremont Street. It was super scary.
Oh no, I would rather take the bus and literally anywhere else.
That was sketchy.
You're gonna die factor all-time high. Plus, you spend like 5 to 7 business days on the bus because it stops 600 times.
Yeah. We, and Nate had an unfortunate dust up with a street vendor that we won't go into details about, but I know he's still angry about that guy. You're going to be stewing about that guy for like the next day.
Yeah. I was actually genuinely mad about that. I was uncalled for it.
There were not enough beers in Vegas to get Nate off the ledge. He was angry about that dude, but
dude, he was assaulting me verbally for no reason. Like you're trying to sell stuff on the street. Don't attack me because you're upset with yourself.
I don't know where you went to business school or you learned sales.
Yeah, but
attacking my guy Nate with your shirt off in the middle of the street is not the move.
No. It was uncalled for. Like I wasn't rude. I was just like, no, I'm good.
And I don't appreciate a certain...
They derailed quickly.
A certain sibling, C Bear, for not coming to your rescue and defending you and instead laughing. That was...
Yeah, that was also messed up.
Yeah, it was rude and uncalled for.
Maybe we don't go to Vegas. It'll bring up...
No. No, we're
So
going.
no
F1's going to
negative
redeem
memories.
itself. Fireworks at night under the lights. Podcast in front
would
of the
be sweet.
MGM. I say we do it.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, good movie. Go check it out. Like I said, good cast. It's a little long, but it's loud and it's fun. So last weekend, I gotta get this off my chest because I'm still angry. Tried to go in to see my boy Nate. Got a whole weekend of fun stuff in Cleveland. Hit up the flats. We're gonna go to West Side Market. We're gonna drink like 13 to 600 beers. Watch the Browns preseason game. But no, a certain airline thought otherwise. I won't mention their name, but their livery is white and green, so you can do the math on that one. I will never fly them again. They suck.
All right, for our next clip, we got episode 2. That was the introduction of Big Dave. We also talked about my time with Dollar Dog Night at the Guardians game. Great day. Top 5 day from 2025. And we also talked about the Atlanta boys trip. So hope you guys enjoy our clip from episode 2.
$2 beers and $1 hot dogs? That sounds insane.
So yeah, $2 beers before first pitch. So obviously you got to get there as soon as the gates open and drink as many as possible before the first pitch, and then $1 dogs all day. So I think
$1 throat missiles.
I think
That's
I got
dangerous,
to, I want to say 9 beers for the $2 beers and 4 hot dogs, and I was in shambles after that. Like the first 2 hours going crazy, and then spent the last 9 innings trying not to throw up everywhere.
Just flesh and nitrates.
I gotta say, the Snapchats of you with 4 unopened beers and then like just an armful of hot dogs clutched to your chest were awesome. Like repeated.
See, the
ones.
problem is they open every beer that you buy. Well, obviously, I'm going to buy multiple because I'm not trying to miss out on $2 beers, and I'm putting like beers in my pockets. They're just spilling as I walk. My pants are soaked the whole time.
You're like a beer hobo.
So you gotta do. I'm not paying $20 for a beer after the first pitch when I got them for $2.
Dave gets credit when Beer Hobo takes the social media by storm. That was good. But I know I sent him a message like, how's it going? And I just get on beer 6, a picture of 2 beers at his feet and something like these 2 gentlemen waiting for me or something.
These 2 handsome gentlemen waiting for me.
I know we were talking about going to Detroit, but you will find no such price breaks in Detroit from what my buddy's a Lions fan. He's like, man, it is high rent to go pay for get some food over there. Definitely not like the Gardos Stadium or like the ATL Stadium, which is was pretty non-egregiously priced for a change.
That, I'll tell you what, in the future, I will go Browns Atlanta game again. That had so much potential to be amazing. So, number one, if we didn't have to last minute Nate in with 0 sleep and Dave wasn't out, rescuing the entire state of Florida, the hero. It was awesome. And we weren't dying the first night, but like the vibe there was amazing. The price on the food. Oh my God. I mean, that owner is awesome. Yeah. Who goes and buys four alcoholic drinks with a 20 and comes back with change at an NFL game? That's unbelievable. Yep.
Yeah. That week was just pure insanity because, like you guys mentioned, we had, I don't know, one of the hurricanes went through Central Florida, so I was literally like nonstop deployed, and I'm like, crap, I am not gonna make it to this event, and it's gonna suck. And then it just like kind of stopped on Thursday, and then on Friday I was only there till like 5, and I'm like, all right. And I came home and told my wife, and she's like, oh, I bet you just want to relax and sleep in. I'm like, well, actually, the trip to Atlanta is still on. She's like, you scumbag. And then we were off, and I remember, we went. We didn't even go that hard. We were just I remember how quiet all of us were at that table on the Saturday night because we were all. Nate had flown on 0 sleep. I was finally getting all the culmination, and then we had like something doughy and a bunch of beer, and I just gut bombs, and then we just passed out. It was awesome. And then spend the next day making sure Chris Hyatt had his shirt off the entire game and was talking smack to children.
I'll tell you right now, if that guy wears a shirt for this football season, we're going to have an issue. He was responsible.
If he was
for
smart, he would just
several
have a selfie of him with no shirt on and just add it to the chat every game. Hey guys, I'm ready. Boom.
I don't want to hear. I
Chris,
don't want to hear that you had to go to work. Have you seen what they can do with painted shirts these days? I'll accept you with a painted on shirt this year. But Atlanta, and then there was the I had to listen to two people with their Vader masks on all night as I slept peacefully in the room. So I'll try to fix the snoring this year for you guys. As far as you go, Dave, you were on CNN, so I would just be going with a screenshot of that going, yeah, I will be going on the boys' trip. Being a hero is exhausting.
And then there was a photo of me, helping someone out, and I was wearing a tactical pack, and my wife was like, tell me the truth, Dave, how many Sour Patch Kids were in that bag? And I'm like, I'm never talking to you again. Those were very hurtful words. 2 bags.
Oh my goodness. But could have been a great weekend, like I said. And then they had to take a dump at the end of the game. And that's probably top 3 angriest Nates I've seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. All right. Our next one we have back to episode 4. We continue some talk that we started in episode 1. And it's been a pretty constant theme throughout our podcast, our loathing of flying, particular airlines, poor plane etiquette, all that good stuff. Nate, it sucks, right? We haven't changed our mind on that one.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And it needs to be adjusted.
Absolutely. Well, hope you enjoy. The flying situation in this country is so bullshit, and the plane etiquette.
I'm very passionate about this because when you go to an airport, not one person in that airport cares about anything except for themselves. And not only that, it's like none of
That's
these people
facts.
have ever been on a plane. Like you go through TSA and it's like their first time ever going through like the security, having to like put their bag on the conveyor belt. First time for all of it. They're clueless. Like, so that already takes 3 times as long as it should because people don't know what they're doing, which it's self-explanatory. Take your bag off and put it on the thing and walk away. But so people can't figure that out. And then getting on the plane, that drives me crazy too. Like just boarding a plane because everyone's inconsiderate. Gotta like run over when they tell you boarding starts or like trying to run in line the first one on the plane. Like we're not leaving until everyone that's sitting out here is getting on the plane. So I don't know why you need to be the first one on the plane. That drives me crazy. And then the thing that probably makes me the most angry is like when we land and where we get to the gate, I'm sitting at the back of the plane. Like we are the last 10 rows on the plane. We're waiting 15, 20 minutes to get off this plane. Like, although we're at the gate, it's not our turn yet. Like we still have some time to sit here on the plane. So why are we standing up? Like, you're not going anywhere. You're not going to walk through people.
We're
like,
going to run
sit
up
down,
the aisle.
Sit down. We're not doing I'm sitting in row 38, but I'm going to get up as soon as this plane gets to the gate and then tear off, like, past everybody. Like, you can wait your turn. You're not the only person in the world that has to get off the plane. You're not the only person in the world that has places to be and things to do. Like, you can wait your turn. Sit down because I don't want, like, I was sitting in the aisle on Friday when I got here, and the person next to me on the other side of the aisle has to stand up. We're row 20 going anywhere.
I mean, wait, real quick, let me interject. I just got to go Irish from our boy, Kevin Schulman. Yeah, hopefully we'll get mad that I use his real identity on the air. But, if you don't know this guy, get to know this guy. He's legendary. He's a legend. But yes, go Irish. And anyway, I'm not one for more bureaucratic red tape. I'm all about less. But when it comes to like, should we do like a yearly training and certification to board and deplane? 100%. People suck at deplaning. And there's like no happy medium when you land. You have, as Nate says, everybody runs up the aisle. Well, half people run up the aisle, or DIA. We just taxied for 15 to 20 minutes, and then you're in row 32, and it finally gets to your row, and you're like, oh, I need to put I got to put my jacket on and get my bag from my other seat. You had 20 minutes. Get your shit on, get your bag in your lap, and get off the plane, right?
That reminds me, getting on the plane is just as bad because you have the people that, I got to be the first one on the plane. So they get on the plane and then now they need to get off the plane. So they're like trying to like walk the opposite direction of every single other person getting on the plane. And they do like the little like go up 3 rows and then scoot over while everybody scoots past. And then they go up more. Like, where are you going? What could you possibly need that you need to go to the front of the plane? Like, sit down. Whatever you forgot, it's gone now. Just forget it. It's in the past. You're not getting it.
Alrighty, folks, we're hoping you're enjoying our best of episode. This next clip, we have episode 7. We had our boy HBJ, Buckeye Homer, Brown, Super Bowl 26 chat participant, and all-around good guy joined the show for the first time, so that was great. But I had to get in. I'm not as up on some of this, new pop culture stuff and some of these beefs going on, but I had to get Nate and HBJ's take on the Gavin Adcock, Zach Bryan beef. So they tried to break it down for me. I don't know if I'm any clearer, but take a listen. We'll see what you guys think. I don't particularly like this dude. Did one of you guys break down the Zach Bryan, Gavin Adcock beef? Because Zach Bryan's coming off like a massive bitch. I don't like that guy. He seems like little man syndrome, thinks he's tough. I hate him. But I'll at least give him this. Like, other dude talked shit about him, and he tried to just show up and climb a razor barbed fence to fight him. Other dude completely pussed out and ran away. So that's kind of a chicken shit move. If you're gonna call a guy out and act like a tough guy, like, you gotta fight, right? You can't just like run away and be like, you need to get help. Any thoughts? I know you guys are country guys. At least you are.
Big Gavin Adcock fan. I went and saw him a couple months ago with one of my buddies. It was an awesome concert. It was a lot of fun. He just gets hammered and sings some cool music. It was sweet. But from what I like put together, they just like were talking shit, and then like Zach Bryan like had all these opportunities throughout the day to like come up to him, and he waited until like right before he went on, and he's like I'm gonna go sing, dude. Like, what the hell are you doing? Which, by the way, I think Gavin Adcock would beat the shit out of Zach Bryan. Like, dude was a D1 defensive lineman. Like, I think he would probably beat his ass. But
I mean, that's an undercard of a Jake Paul fight that we need to.
Well, yeah,
and we need to be starting right here. We need to be the voice that makes sure that ends up happening.
That would be sweet, dude. I don't know. I think it's all just for clicks, because everything Gavin Adcock has done is for clicks. He's just like this cringy ass guy, and he just calls out a bunch of people. Like, he had beef with Beyonce for like no reason, and like all this stuff. And he's been Charlie Crockett. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I never had heard of him. I think he's just like some guy who's like super liberal, and he just didn't like that, so he just like started going at him. And I was like, all right, whatever, dude. But yeah, I was like, he just tries to pick fights with everyone, it seems like, and it's working because he's like blown up.
I feel like country music these days is like the East Coast, West Coast, 90s rap beef, the Biggie Tupac stuff going on, but now it's country music. I don't know. But I don't know. Zach Bryan, I don't like him. He seems like a little bitch. He acts tough. I don't like his face. He has a haircut like Sling Blade. His songs are mediocre, and I just don't like him. It's
I don't
time.
like him either.
He was trying to fight some dudes at a pool hall in like New York a few months ago. I just want him to get his ass kicked, because I feel like he's just like, he's fixing for an ass whipping, and he just keeps going out the run of his mouth, and it's just not happening. So whatever to that guy, but pretty pathetic. Anyway, if he is a weenie, and your sister needs to get on the train. I know she's a big Zach Bryan
She
guy.
loves him.
I'm a Zach Bryan fan. I like his music a lot, but that guy's
I'm a professional Zach Bryan.
He's such a loser.
All right, next up we have episode 8. discussing how garbage turkey is. Needs to be removed from Thanksgiving and just go with a steak could be the number one. What's the word I'm looking for? The main course. Something turkey's got to go.
We did pork chops, and pork chops were fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then we also had a little NFL name challenge. Hope y'all enjoy this next clip.
So, after 28 plus years of marriage and dating, me and Beans have finally got on the same page, and I've convinced her. We're calling
Thanksgiving
it
steaks.
We have moratorium on the Dirty Bird. We're not doing that. We will be doing steaks this year, I believe. I had to do a compromise. So, I'm nothing if able to compromise. So I said we could do the stuffing and the mashed potatoes and all that.
All of that
we'll be doing
is
steak.
great. Stuffing, mashed potatoes. Sometimes we got to have mac and cheese, corn, like all that. Great. Love it. But you spend all day waiting for this turkey to be cooked. And you kind of get like this connotation of like the turkey leg is just like the best part. You got to get one of those turkey legs. And they just are not good.
Dude, you're
not one part of it. It just looks weird too. Like the meat is like dark. It's like kind of got a purple tint to it. And then
There's
you're
some
like,
weird
okay, I'm just gonna stay
gelatinous
to
shit in it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna stay towards the white piece. And the white meat is just like flaking off because it's so dry. Like not one part of that is good. And then you throw the whole thing in the trash. You're like, that was a waste.
Plus, there's like some like
Not good.
rituals with it that bother me because it's like, first of all, the turkey's like, oh, we got white meat or dark meat. It's just like, if some cannibal culture decided to eat me, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm just like the same meat all throughout. I could be wrong about that, but I didn't realize like that's just weird to me. We got two types of meat going on this, John, and then you got things like you're carving it. It's just like this weird butchered thing, and it's like, am I like carving by its decapitated head, or like is this giant opening its asshole and somebody like shoved shit up, or like what? Well, I don't know what ends up on this freaking thing. It's just like every part of it's disgusting, and then like we're ripping the wishbone out so that we can like
you're like, let's just snap this poor bird's bone in half to figure out who's got good luck for the following year.
Steaks.
Obviously, the turkey's not gonna have the wishbone luck this year. You murdered it. So,
I mean, steak.
Yeah.
You got flank steaks. You got what do you call it? Top round. You got ribeye. You got porter. Like you got all these different areas. I'm sure some butchers cringing at me trying to name the parts of a cow, but you're using all these parts of the cow, and then like we're just grateful for it. At no part are we just like, hey, let's bring this part of its skeleton out and then just make a wish and break it in half. And then pigs, another animal. Every piece of a pig is delicious. I'm sorry for you vegans and vegetarians out there, but pigs are good. Like all of it is
all
good.
looks
We're not
like
doing that
fairly
with it.
similar, like it came from the same thing. Like all pieces of steak are fairly similar. Like every part of the turkey's like, what is on this thing? Why does it look like a turkey leg I can't talk. Turkey leg dipped in poop. It's like it has poop colored features. It's nasty.
We're grateful. Like, thank you, pig, for giving your life. You all these great things. We're not being wasteful. We're eating all you, and then we don't desecrate you at the end by breaking your bones. Then you got the turkey, and it's like we got weird meat. We got weird cartilage shit going on. It's assholes hanging open while you're carving it. I'm fixated on that. It's like disgusting. Just so disgusted by it.
You got some PTSD from it.
And meanwhile, everybody's just lying to themselves, like, "Oh my god, this smells and looks so delicious," and people are eating the skin with the fat on it, just totally gnarly. And then after you like carve up this turkey, people pick and eat like 23% of it, and then we throw it in the garbage and then snap a bone, and apparently that's good luck. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Cooking a turkey, why do you have to like pick up a side shift of a 40-hour work week for your second job to get this turkey prepared? Like making sure it's taken out and de-thawed, or is that the correct word? It's thawed.
Defrosted.
I don't think. Yeah, thawed is not a word. Defrosted. Then you got to wake up early and put it on. Like, why do you have to cook a turkey for 37 hours?
Nate threw down last week. I'd had enough. It's been several weeks of him just on me about my pronunciation of NFL players. So I owned it. I'm not going to say that last week there may have been a few adult beverages might have influenced my pronunciation, and
I don't really think that affects you too much, but
recollection of a few of my brownie players. But I decided to take that challenge, and I got 10 names. They're not Browns, but I picked 10 hard names. And
I cut some of them down. I got 8 names now because
okay.
I didn't know how to pronounce some of them myself.
So these are active players. And quite honestly, I don't know if I'm going to know if I'm right or wrong. I don't get confident that Nate knows I'm right or wrong.
These. I know these ones.
When y'all hear this week on any of our platforms we post on, please check me on these. I'll be accountable. If I'm saying I'm wrong, correct me. But I want the phonetic spelling of these names listed out so I could get it right. So here we go. This is our first ever name game challenge, NFL players. You know what? I just realized something. I can crush some NHL Euro players' names. Like, give me a Russian name. Give me like a Finnish dude's name. Somebody from
we can
like
do that next week.
Sweden,
NHL.
Czechoslovakia. Just absolutely destroy those. But Igor Shesterkin, yes, that's a pretty good one. But NFL players, I don't know. So here we go. We got Tua Tag. I'm already 0 for 1. I can't even do it. Tua Tagovailoa. I said, see that you can't say it slow. Tua Tagovailoa. I don't even know if I could say it. If I could say it,
I have always been under the impression that it's pronounced Tungaviola, which there's like an N sound in there that I think a lot of people say that I don't know if that's correct, but I always thought it was Tua Tungaviola.
All right, well, we're gonna reach this. That was brutal.
I'm ready for
this.
Okay,
two. This one could go south quick. Penny Sewell.
I was ready for you to say Peeny.
Or Peeny Sewell. I don't know.
Penny Sewell.
It is?
Penny Sewell.
Was I close? Not really on the first
kinda,
one. Maybe I was close.
Kinda.
All right. Next. Talanoa Hufanga.
That was pretty good.
I feel like that was
pretty good.
That was absolute dialed right there.
No, that was pretty good. Talanoa Hufanga.
Okay. This one starts off easy. And then
this is an easy one.
This isn't too bad, but it depends. Somebody's going to tell me it's like the U's supposed to be pronounced like an A or something. Frankie Louvu.
Bro, that's such an easy one. You messed it up. Frankie Louvu.
No? I'm trying to, when you have names here that are a little bit challenging, I'm trying to am I doing the long A sound? Am I doing the long vowel sound or the short vowel sound? Or I'm hearkening back to, my grammar teachings, elementary teachings at St. Joe's Catholic School in Avon Lake, Ohio. So, I'm trying to use what you taught me, sisters, my nuns that I had there. And if I didn't, maybe you should have did better instead of me yelling at me all the time. Maybe you should have spent a little bit more time making sure that I could
You should have spent some time listening instead of calling them profanity.
So, 40 some years later, I'm calling you out if any of you still with us, which I hope you are. Most of you.
Okay.
That could have been. Yeah. Anyway, next, Kyle.
Moving on.
Kyle, oh my God. Kyle Jusquike? Jusquix? Kyle. Kyle Juicebox. What is this dude's name?
Kyle Juszczyk.
Phew. I like Juicebox better. Which also, what is it? Juszczyk?
Juszczyk.
Juszczyk. If you're out there and don't have a nickname and you're fast, Juice box is it, and I want credit for that.
I think he's a fullback, so kind of in the running back field. I think anything Juice is off limits nowadays in the running back.
Yeah, you know, nicknames usually can be recycled until somebody that owns it. If you essentially behead your lady and the waiter, they kind of retire your nickname and we move on. So that's a good call there. So 10 episodes in, man, the whole bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, everything's coming up roses approach we had to this Cleveland Browns season had pretty much failed us by then. So we had started, the meltdown was in full effect at this point. So enjoy this rant about halfway through the season from Nate, where he's just had about enough.
I'm pretty sick of beating a dead horse on the Browns. It's the same thing every week. Coaching's terrible. The players are terrible. Everything's terrible. I hate them. I hate the Browns. I hate everything about them. Am I gonna watch next week? Of course, but I hate them. The play calling is just atrocious. I've really gotta you start to question the sanity of everybody in Berea and how well the Haslam's head is on their shoulders. And when you continue to throw out the coaching staff and the players that we continue to put out there, you got to think that I don't feel like anything that they're doing in Cleveland really makes me feel as if they care. Like you said, there's no heart. No one cares. Doesn't even seem like they're trying. They're just like, we're running a business and we're trying to make money, and they're forcing us to have a 53-man football team. So we're just going to throw 53 guys out there, and whatever happens, happens. We're going to make our money regardless. It's like, I don't know. I hate everything about it. I mean, I have been a Kevin Stefanski hater since it's been a while now. I mean, I will die on the hill that Mike Vrabel should be coaching this team. That's the only way that Cleveland sports will ever be anything. Like, we had that, LeBron cared about Cleveland, came back. I know that people hate him for leaving twice, but came back and has his roots here, wanted to win a championship, and he came back and he did what he said he was going to do. And I also feel like Jose Ramirez is kind of that same kind of guy for the Guardians. He's a superstar, one of the best third basemen, if not the best in the MLB, but he loves Cleveland. He wants to be here. He wants to win, and he's doing everything he can to make that happen, taking pay cuts and whatever it may be. We don't have anybody like that in Cleveland. Nobody cares. The Haslams are from Tennessee. They don't care. Kevin Stefanski doesn't care. Nobody on this team cares. Mike Vrabel is an Ohio guy. He's out there in New England, get full contact, no pads, getting in the middle of fights with players. He cares. I think that Cleveland would have been the perfect spot for him to be a head coach of. Somebody that actually cares.
It's incredibly frustrating, and I think as far as Stefanski goes, and I've been a little myself here the last few years, and in our social circles we talk Browns with people defending Stefanski. Please show me the championship that he's won. He has not. I don't know where he's become this. He got the thing of being some sort of offensive genius. He's not. Everything that they say when they talk about I'm mindful of how I bring up young guys. Since when? You've not done or proved or earned anything in your tenure here that makes me feel like you're on the right path.
Next up, we got coming from episode 11. We're talking about how Brown secondary, of course, loves the air guitar. Would like to point out yesterday, the Steelers game, Denzel makes that last defensive play. The entire secondary pulls up in the corner of the end zone for some air guitars. So that's
when you do it, air guitars. That's
always a great over to smash for a Browns game. And then we're also talking about the USC and Notre Dame game. Of course, the Irish won, but go ahead and give this a listen.
And the Browns win to no doing of our own. There's multiple weather related, mix extra point. We have a couple lucky plays, and then we just like accidentally win on a missed Pat's field goal. Air guitar? No air guitar.
If this was on DraftKings, I am betting my entire life savings that there are over 5 players air guitaring on the field while the kick is in the air. The kick's still in the air. And Denzel Ward's out there.
I say, do I allow an air guitar? Yes. I say that's a horrible way to win, but it's Cleveland, and 2-game win streaks are rare. It's particularly on the road. So play away, shred away, throw some air drums in there. I have no problem with that. And you bring up an excellent point here, because I don't think this is available on any of the major betting platforms. So maybe Flagrant Foul needs to get on this when we launch our betting app here in a couple years. But we'll do air guitar prop bets. Do the over under on air guitars. What quarter, player? We're gonna have like just full on air guitar parlays. I have over 3 air guitars, one by Denzel Ward. It will be at the beginning of the 4th quarter. And will we be losing? That would be an awesome prop bet. That's a win though. I think we might lose too much money on that, but
I think that Kevin needs to implement a little bit of Key and Peele action. 2 air guitars is cool. 3rd one, you're benched. You only get 2 air guitars per game.
He just has a look with his Denny's menu when he's over there doing plays, and you see like the defense. We're like 2 air guitars in, and they're like, Kevin's going, "Don't you do it?" And you just see him go, "You're benched. Get out of the game." That'd be great. But yeah, I can see it. We're great at that. We lead the league in air guitars played and blowout losses.
Absolutely.
So. But again, we could be challenged the rest of the year because we did ship Greg off to Jacksonville. So, depending on how they finish up their year, I could see, definitely down in the Florida sun, some definitely rocking out the fake Fender Strat. So whatever, you do you, Greg. But all right, more good news. ND. They made it interesting, but we got the dub over USC. Funny. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see the picture over the weekend? Tell me, this is like, I don't even going to talk about his play. Nothing. Caleb Williams. Did you see Caleb Williams with a Notre Dame jersey on? Dude, I would go jump off the closest building before I put a Steelers jersey on or an opposing team's jersey.
He lost the bet.
I don't care. You don't make that bet. You're wearing a freaking Notre Dame jersey and you're supposedly
people
USC.
do it in the NFL all the time. I can't remember who.
It's not whether you do or do it and he's alone. You don't make that bet. Those colors don't run,
Everybody.
Ricky. Come
Jerry
on.
Jeudy and Cedric Tillman did the same thing, and Cedric Tillman had to wear Alabama stuff. I saw it today.
Yeah. And where is he right now? Yeah, because that's called karma, but you don't do it. We were feeling the Halloween nostalgia in episode 13, so Nate and I were discussing Halloween days of yore, our disappointment with today's kids, either being lazy or overprotective parents not letting them out for trick-or-treating. But this year was a bit of a letdown, but it was definitely an enjoyable discussion as we talked and through some of our past Halloween experiences. Check it out. Yeah, so I have some thoughts, and it makes me feel sad. I'm gonna sound like old man Jenkins here. It makes me feel sad for all the youngins out there. I feel like when I was growing up, Halloween was like one of the greatest nights of the year. Like, you just didn't get candy whenever you wanted. So like, you were game planning, you were wearing like your best outfit that you could cover some territory, mapping out your routes. Is usually like the first time your parents were like, yeah, you can go out with your friends late at night, stay out as late as you want. It was like when you were young, it was the first time that happened. And then, you're trying to get as much candy as you can because you're going to ration it for like, a couple years or something. So, but now it's like we had 4 groups of kids the entire night. It's so bad. Like, no one's out trick-or-treating. Our street's so lame. All these freaking old a-holes on our street with their lights off, taken out, making sure that nobody comes in their yard. It's like you can just see kids walking down the end of the street being like, oh, I'm not walking all the way down there for just one house. It's just me and green beans out in the driveway. We got the nice little fire pit and beverage set up, out there. Had a ton of candy. But yeah, it's annoying, man. I feel like that was one of the greatest nights of the year. Where the hell is everybody? Where are the kids? Now, I will shout out there was a couple on their bicycles that were lit up that were reverse trick or treating. They were basically just riding around looking for people to give candy to. So those people are cool. And then yesterday, the day after, I had three young kids showed up at my door and were like, "Do you have any leftover candy from the night before?" And I was like, "You know what? You had the balls to come do it. That's a good call right there." So I hooked them up. I gave them quite a bit of candy. So those kids are cool. My neighbors suck. And I don't know where the rest of the kids are, but yeah, it made me sad. It made me really sad, but whatever. How about you? Were there a lot of kids over?
So driving home, because I got off at work at 6, and I guess everyone starts at like 5:30 or 6. Driving home through the neighborhood over here, not many people at all. But I think that there's a million trunk or treats going on these days that people kind of get their candy out of the way, and no one wants to go. I mean, this year we lucked out it being on a Friday night, but a lot of people, I think, stay away when it's on a weekday, which I think is lame.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I recall going like we didn't leave till it was dark, and we would be out forever, like till 10 o'clock. And I feel like everyone's like, oh, it's 8, everyone's gone now, which I feel like is pretty lame. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to go to every single house and get every single piece of candy? Like, I'm walking the entire neighborhood if that's what it takes. That's
Yes.
what I felt like we did. Especially like middle school, like I think up until maybe like 5th grade, 6th grade, we
Yeah.
went with you guys. But after that, like we went with our friends and just disappeared into the night.
I
But
have some
we went.
theories though. I think like obviously people are afraid to let their kids out anymore, but I would say the other
Yeah, I feel
part of
like
that is
they're coddled a little bit.
yeah, too much access to treats and candy and things. Like when I was a kid, it wasn't just like you're at the store going, "Get me some candy," and you just got candy. You were like scrounging the cushions of the couch so you could go up to the little drugstore and buy like 5-cent now and laters and stuff like that. So like free candy was the greatest night of the year. Now people are like, "It's just candy. I don't really care about it." Kind of makes me want to lose my mind a little bit.
All right, next up, we're going to take it back to some more airplane etiquette and another rant about um, how people should be ticketed on planes, just the overall getting in the air, getting out of the air experience all needs to be rectified immediately. And then we also jump into some emotional sports movies. We bring up a little conversation on Rudy, so hope y'all enjoy this one.
Also, I think I do need to throw a new controversial opinion out here on something. We'll see. So, I'm not judging. I'm not bringing up any body issue, or we're body positive on this show, because God knows we've hit the lbs. But when you're talking middle seat, big person, buying 2 seats and the whole bit, I found a new person potentially that could be more challenging to sit next to. I had like skinny, tall, super athletic, like swimmer guy that had like the super broad shoulders. So he's in the middle seat, just like all skinny, like here with his big shoulders. And I'm literally just sitting on the end like this the whole time because it's couldn't like put my shoulder back because he was so big. So like I would say, just to support our bigger listeners out there, if they're making you buy 2 seats, I think these swimmers with the big shoulders need to buy 2 seats. Because that dude definitely shouldn't have been a middle seat. He kind of messed up my flight on both way, or with the one direction. I wasn't as comfortable as I could have be. Caught some movies on the way there. Invincible, not an Eagles fan, but that's a fun one. Little true story Vince Papale action. Dude makes the team. That was pretty sweet. Watch that on the way there. And then I don't think I shared this with you because when I asked you what movie I said, you said Rudy. So I pulled the trigger on Rudy on the way home. There's nothing like you're on the flight, it's pretty turbulent, and I'm on there watching the movie, and we got the Rudy chant going on. Old Pops is in the stadium going, "This is the most beautiful sight these eyes have ever seen." And I'm getting all choked up. Get the Rudy play, and he gets the sack. I'm trying not to cry. So, I was getting emotional watching Rudy in that movie a little bit. I was getting a little emotional.
You worked
everything
so
about
hard
it.
for this.
I was like,
You really earned
you
that.
little guy. Now, I want somebody to do an unauthorized real version of that movie that actually was around during those days. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I love that video or that movie, and it's a great story.
It was all
I wanna hear
fake.
the
They were
bros.
all clowning
Yeah.
on him. They all
Oh,
hated him.
Like, first of all, that dude was so small. I would have been just laying him out every day. Like, you're in here trying to be a hard ass to make people look bad. You're getting absolutely dropped in practice. And then on top of that, like that entire scene is like, "You're an All-American and the team captain. Act like it." "I believe I am." There's no fucking way any of them were in the office giving their jerseys. Those guys were all like, "I've been playing football, lifting weights, busting my ass like my entire life. And I'm here." And then like this little dude like faked his way onto the team and I'm supposed to just like give up my starting spot. No, that didn't happen. I don't believe that happened. I mean,
It didn't. It didn't.
yeah, I want to know. So I want to see the unauthorized version where he's just getting clowned on the entire time. Yeah, like, whatever. But yeah, it was good. So anyway, that was all my weekend. I thought you would enjoy it. SJF OGs as well as Team Inferno OGs, Colin and Kev joined us on episode 16. After a long hiatus of no talk amongst the boys, but it was great having them on. We talked about some old youth tournaments. Kevin chasing Colin around through parking lots in Ohio, and some memorable Thanksgivings over at the beach. So this is a good one. Hope you guys enjoy it. Colin, Nate, any highlights?
I'm trying to think of like what
You
we
gotta
went
go.
to together.
You gotta
I
go
got
for me. The birth of Muffin Man, obviously. Still my PlayStation gamer tag. I think my first big tournament was AAU Nationals. We went to Tennessee. That was a fun time. That was a good fun time. What about you, Nathan?
64 sticks out to me because my headgear broke and I had to wear Collins for like the rest of the day. Got buttholed at that one. I feel like I've kind of put them to the side because I do not remember doing good at any of these tournaments. It's
Listen,
like, oh, it's
I-
great.
It's
I'm
okay. I
on
did
the
dog
team, and
shit
then we
at
go
the
and get
AU
destroyed every
Nationals.
time.
I got one more.
remember we
can't
had to
believe
wrestle,
none of
at-
you
at
guys.
Wildwood.
I can't believe you guys didn't bring this one up. And I remember all these tournaments explicitly,
Boy.
but I was pretty sure it was the Nighthawks tournament. We went north, and
Oh,
Nate and Colin are taking a piss in the median across from the McDonald's, and Connor tried to take a shit.
I remember that. Yes.
Connor tried to shit in the median of the road. That was an awesome one.
Oh
I
man.
know you remember that. Good
I remember
times.
I had to throw up, I think.
I mean, the ones in Georgia were really good too.
Oh, Dixie?
Dixie,
Oh,
not
yeah.
Dixie, the one where we
The Minion
Hey.
duels.
what was that called? Yeah,
Dixie
Yeah, that was Dixie
Nationals and the
Nationals.
Minion
Wasn't that
duels.
Dixie Nationals?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
were good.
Wasn't it the same thing?
I think we had a really.
Yeah, there was.
didn't we
Remember,
have a
like
really
the
good
first day
team?
was
I
the
mean,
duels.
Yeah,
Yeah, those were fun. We
had-
were
yeah,
we were
those
Team
are-
NCUA, I think, for that. They got a picture on my phone from that still.
were you guys still around? We went to that Mountain Man one up in Virginia.
No, they left right around that time. Because I remember sending
Yeah.
Nate a picture of me and Alex Bentley winning the tournament to piss him off.
Oh God, good times. Well, it's too long. Well,
Yeah,
in
they
honor
were.
of Thanksgiving stories, Thanksgiving, I wanted to tell this Thanksgiving story. Because I was watching the news this week, and they had the firemen in Denver were doing like the fryer turkey safety, and I was like, who the frick air fryers a turkey anymore? Like, is that still a thing? But Just remember our weekend. Like every bit of that weekend went south when me and Kevin tried to air fry our turkey for like 6 hours. And here's all you need to know. At one point during us trying to air fryer this, we made oven mitts out of aluminum foil. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I do know how heat retention and convection and all that works. So, I'm going to blame that on the, what was that you got? Kevin got his like MGD, was it MGD 6430 packs?
Coming up next, we're talking about the number one fast food restaurant in the nation. Crunchwrap Supreme gets its light, I guess. Would that be the word?
Let's go with it.
We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with it. So at 17, Trap Supreme. Then we also are going to hit you with a little Thanksgiving sides draft. My team won. My team swept 4-0, but go ahead and give this a listen.
We hit up the Taco Bell over the weekend, and pound for pound, Taco Bell is up there. It's like 1A and 1B
It's number
with my
one.
top place. It's so good. But, I'm a traditional, like, I used to be a big soft taco guy. Then I was like, crunchy tacos from Taco Bell are just the absolute bomb. So I'll just like crush a freaking, I'll do a 12-pack of Taco Bell tacos. But, I like a Nacho Bel Grande. But this is not new to the menu because I'm hungry and I'm fat. And it was cold. We were just going in to bundle up and watch movies. We hit up the Bell to come home. I did the crunchy Supremes. I did the freaking Bel Grande, but I was like, I'm pulling the trigger on the Crunchwrap Supreme. This is not hyperbole. It's life-changing. If you take all of the absolute best parts of your favorite Taco Bell items and make one super item, it's a Crunchwrap Supreme. And I'm going to get into it. It's got soft, it's got crunchy, it's got the beef, and it's got all your Supreme fixings inside. And it's a lot of food. It's warm. It's delicious. But they messed up. This is what's better than getting Taco Bell? Having them mess up and give you a free item. I got an extra free Crunchwrap Supreme. Yes. Like,
That's like
it is
you just
one
found a treasure.
very incremental spot below winning Powerball. Is like, oh, I got my Nacho Bel Grande. I have my crunchy, my Taco Supreme. Try this off. Let me try this Crunchwrap Supreme. Oh my God, this is so amazing. And then you're like, holy shit, they accidentally gave me an extra one, which I couldn't eat. And Beans couldn't eat it. I tried to. So I saved it. That was Saturday. 2 days later, took it for lunch at work, 20 seconds in the microwave. The staying power of the Crunchwrap Supreme, not soggy. Texture was like 92% of where it was in its original form, fresh from Taco Bell. 2 days later for lunch, it may be the most perfect item off the Taco Bell. I am just like absolutely, I don't know where this has been all my life. And why am I just finding out about it? So I'm telling you right now, it's like $6.99. It's not a cheap item, but it's a girthy, heavy. You're gonna walk away with a full belly item. The next time you go to Taco Bell, you need to get a Crunchwrap Supreme. And if you don't want to spend $6.99 on it, I'm gonna Venmo. I just want you to promise me you're gonna try the Crunchwrap Supreme, and you won't be disappointed. You might change up what you have for Thanksgiving next year if you can find an open Taco Bell. How good is it? It's that good. It's main course, holiday, all the guests, special people are over. I got the silverware out, the actual silverware out, like that good. Crunchwrap Supremes all around. It's that good. So yeah, you need to try it. And then I finish it off with some cinnamon twists.
There you go. Those are awesome.
Cinnamon twists are never like, you know what cinnamon twists are like? The peanut butter and jelly of like Taco Bell. Like peanut butter and jelly is never something you're just like, oh my God, I gotta have a peanut butter and jelly. Then you eat a peanut butter and jelly and you're like, why are we just not eating peanut butter and jellies for 3 meals a day? Because they're delicious. Cinnamon twists are like, that's really kind of all you had. They have like the cinnamon balls, the Cinnabon one things, but
Those are fire.
they're all right. They're like cinnamon hush puppies. Like they're good. So I was going between those and the cinnamon twist. But the deal breaker, I was like, just a regular order of the Cinnabon rolls are like you only get 2, and that's not enough. But like a big order is 12, and I don't really need to be eating 12 of those after all of that. So I just went with the cinnamon twist. Delicious. They're absolutely delicious. So yeah, Taco Bell. They definitely are challenging McDanks right now. I'm gonna say this is like expansion draft, so you're gonna get the first overall pick. We're going a quick 3 rounds on sides, no repeat sides. So first overall pick, 2025 Thanksgiving sides draft. What are you taking?
So I feel like the obvious, like everyone's probably gonna go like stuffing, but my personal opinion, mac and cheese is number 1, and it's not close.
I think that's a low key like that. So like everybody loves it. It's amazing. Absolutely should be considered a number 1 pick discussion, but people aren't going to do that. So yeah, that's a tough one, and not all stuffings are equal. Not all mac and cheese is equal, but I would say consistently more people are choosing various mac and cheese recipes over. I've had some other people's stuffings, and it's buns. Like beans, I'm fortunate. Beans makes a good stuffing. And that's going to be my number 2 pick in the draft. I'm going bean stuffing with the sausage in it. It's good. I'm not talking like it's essentially half store-bought that she's thrown some sausage and mixed up, so it's like a good balance. I'm not trying to eat somebody's like wet-ass stuffing that they shoved up the turkey's ass. Like, that's not a number 2 pick, okay? That's like a Mr. Irrelevant pick. If that's your thing, last round, I'm taking that, but I'm going stuffing. So, okay, we got mac and cheese and stuffing are off the board. Back to you.
I feel like with the mac and cheese, I did it like draft day action, trade up to number 1 pick, and then take Vontae Mack that I could have had probably at the 3rd pick. Well, they went a little high on the mac and cheese, but
you got to take your guy. Mac and cheese no matter what.
To be honest, like, I don't even think that I could think of, we're both going to go 3 picks apiece. I don't even think I could think of 6 Thanksgiving sides, but I digress. I'll probably, like, I think that there's a clear, like, mashed potatoes are clear. They got to be up there.
Mashed potatoes are definitely in it. That's
homemade,
a no-brainer.
preferably, but however you get them on the table will do. Some are better than others, obviously. I like homemade, but we didn't feel like dealing with that this year, so we just went with the instant mashed potatoes, and they were solid, and I did not expect that in 30 seconds we would have mashed potatoes. Like, when they say instant, they mean instant. It's insane. But
they're amazing. It's like cement or mixing up drywall mud. You're like, oh my God, it's way too watery. Nope. Just instantly.
Yep, all of a sudden. It's like it goes from like dried oats, looks like oatmeal, and then all of a sudden you have mashed potatoes. It's insane. But mashed potatoes.
I have like a bowl of water. I go from a bowl of water to dandruff flakes to like too wet oatmeal to instantly becomes like just right. 90 minutes set drywall mud. Perfect. All right, that's a good one. This one I'm gonna go. So I know you could go. I'm not a cranberry guy. I will eat green beans and a veggie's good, but I'm not doing that. I'm going fresh rolls or bread, hot out of the oven, butter melted on it. That's a go-to. So, those are solid top 4. So 3rd round, we're gonna switch it up a little because on the sides. Because I think look, you took your franchise quarterback with mac and cheese in round 1. Your O-line is set. We're now looking like we need a kicker. It's late rounds. We're going straight to dessert. Your 3rd round pick's got to be dessert. I feel like this is easy.
There's a lot of good desserts, but in terms of Thanksgiving, and in terms of Thanksgiving, I got the best team in the league right now. Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes. Give me pumpkin pie.
Yeah, pumpkin pie is a no-brainer. If I'm sitting in the 5 spot, I'm going pumpkin pie all day long. However, pumpkin pie's off the board, so next best thing, pecan pie. Delicious. I will say this.
I think it's pronounced pecan, but
pecan. But
tomato,
I will say this about that. Now I'm all in I'm on my head about it. Pecan pie. Unless you have like grandma's recipe or grandma's just like noteworthy on pecan pie. you either get some Marie calendars and thaw that shit out, or you go to a bakery, because you make one at home, and I've heard this from multiple people. If you don't get like the sustenance of the pecan and the gelatin, that shit is like caramelized and will pull your teeth out. It is entirely too hard. Oh, it's a little touch and go there. It's a difficult one. Much like as I said, touch and go with the pecan pie, much like a kickoff or a punt by the Cleveland Browns. We're drafting special teams here in the late rounds. I'm going pecan. So, okay, well, that was good. I think that's going to be interesting next year. We may have to, so you guys did a ham, right? We did some pork. I'm going to stay steady. I think pork is the way to go for Thanksgivings. Fresh off our boys meetup in Seatown for the Browns-Raven games. Episode 18, we get into our boy Hyatt, a.k.a. Egg, is absolutely on one. Boys in shambles on Rumpelmans. He's lost in the stadium. He's lost in downtown. Big D's got to rescue him, but this is a great story. I hope you guys like it. It's been a couple weeks since we watched that debacle in the Ravens game. We already did a little dissecting of this.
Talk about the one on the field or the one in the stands involving Chris Hyatt.
I think that's called, what was that called? Like foreshadowing in the movie industry?
Yes,
like,
totally.
No, Hyatt was definitely like,
yeah.
Here's what kind of day today is going to be. So you get to deal with him more than me. Here's what I learned that weekend. I didn't learn that, like, Dylan isn't the guy or we're a bad team. I learned that, like, Egg 6 shots of Rumpelmans in 35 minutes. That's just not a recipe. He started to. I saw him. You know him. He started feeling.
He starts doing this.
He was like, I saw him do this. Hit the shot. They grabbed a beer, and then the music was vibing, and he was like, you'd see him take his jacket off. He started 3/4ing up the sleeves, and I was like, shit's about to go south real quickly. And then, like, his boy Dad, like, how long has it been since they hung out?
So I guess he hung out with him he goes over there and stays in. That's his name on like Connected. When
I hope so, because I would be like, I haven't seen you in 20 years, and what?
What happened? Yeah,
he just goes full hangover.
We everyone, you guys left to make it for kickoff, and then I hung out back at the old Barley House. My buddy Justin, shout out Justin Cruz, thanks again.
Cool dude.
And Chris was pretty crippled, and so after I got up there, I went into the stadium, and I think I went up to the seats. No one was there, and I think you were moved into the either 300s or the stand.
I went to the blight porch almost immediately. Yeah.
And then I went down over there, and then I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep going down. And then I went down, and I was sitting down at like second row dog pound because it was so cold. Security didn't give a fuck. No one was there. And I sat down. I'm like, oh my God, is that Shador? Are we playing? So yeah. And then I kept trying to call Hyatt, and then I got a call from Dan, his buddy. So, and he's like, hey, we're outside. He is falling down all over the place. I'm like, all right, whatever. Where are you? I'll pick him up because we're going to stay in the hotel and we're going to fly out the next day. So I picked him up. He ended up, I took my car to, it was like in the fourth quarter and you're 5 minutes left. I texted you. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm going to go get Chris. I'll talk to you in a little bit. I grabbed him. He was an absolute mess of a human being. He was just like, oh, I'm so drunk. I'm so drunk. And I just like, shut up.
His videos were so awesome.
And then
magical.
And then I put him to bed because he was a 51-year-old child. I set up his CPAP and everything. I'm like, put this on.
Oh my God.
Because I didn't want his drunk ass snoring all night.
You literally saved his life, probably.
Yeah. And then I went back out and I met my boy Justin at B-Dub's Great Northern for just to hang out and talk and just chill. But yeah, and then I came back in the morning and Chris was like, go set up my CPAP and what happened? And I'm like, bro, I'm like, Chris, how was the game? He's like, I don't remember. And then he's like calling his wife saying, I got so drunk, I don't know what happened. I'm like, you drink fucking Rumpelmans like it's 1994, you clown. and you paid the iron
I
price
said-
for it. He's about 180 pounds, and I'm about 250. And I had one, and I had some pretzels and some pizza. Had a second, and then I'm drinking the beer, and then I'm like, you know what? That's enough for me. And he just kept going, and I'm like, my boy, do you not know how science works?
Now we're finally getting to some of the more recent episodes here. Episode 19, just came back from my trip to Champaign. A little talk about how Malort tastes like poop. Y'all probably remember it wasn't too long ago, but here you go. Yep, met up with my boy Kale in Champaign last weekend. Went right after work on Friday, drove, got there at like 1 o'clock Eastern time, I guess, in the morning. So honestly, not as bad of a drive as I was expecting after working all day and then hopping in the car and heading there. Not too bad.
It's like 3 roads, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, was getting pretty bored because, like, doing a drive like that by yourself is like, I don't know what to do. Like, I tried to jam out as much as I could, but like, I got to a point where I'm like ready to be out of the car. But trip was fun. Yeah, they had like this like clearance sale from like I guess it was like bookstore, locker room sale kind of deal at the stadium on Saturday. We checked that out. There's about 7,000 people there.
Yeah.
I know it was
Snag
pretty
anything?
picked over by the time we got there. No, we didn't get
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
There was the stuff that was left by the time we got there was okay. And the register line was insane, so nothing that felt justified to stand in that line. But did that, got some brunch with Kale's parents. That was nice to see them. And then later that day we did it was like a vet school bar crawl. Had to bust out the they were calling them coveralls, which I am not too sure what separates those from overalls. I think that it's like a different
it's
material that they're
semantics.
made out of.
But
I'm
it
not
is-
too sure. I think that overalls are like denim kind of material, and then coveralls are more of like a canvas something. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to bust out the dictionary and figure it
We
out.
might yeah, we might need to get Gail on here so he can get into the intricacies and differences between the overall and coveralls. Okay.
Yep. Had to borrow Kale's dad's coveralls. We went out, went to a couple. I think we went to 2 bars in like the downtown Champaign, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Drank like a couple beers, not too crazy. It's
Just like
we
2 or
drink
3.
we drink a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
amount
yeah.
of beers. Yeah, like maybe like half of one. I don't know if this is like an Illinois thing. That's the only reason I've had it is because he's from Illinois. But we had some Malort. It's like a liquor, and it tastes like poop.
You
Like,
did
it's
have that?
nasty.
That's what Alex said, that Malort's is like, they always try to get people to do a shot of
Malort is
Malort in
gross.
Wisconsin. And she's like, oh, people like, they try to find out if you've never done it. And they're like, oh, yeah, let's do a shot. She's like, it is the worst thing you'll ever drink.
It's
You did
it's
one?
so bad. So I've had it in the past. Like I had it while we were at Berg before. Had it for Kale's 21st. He had like Malort shooters. So it wasn't my first rodeo with it. But they had like initially we weren't going to, and then they were like, oh, well, we got some peppermint, we got like a pumpkin spice one, and we're like, okay, could be interested in trying them. But then we were like, you know what, if we're doing it, we're just doing straight regular Malort.
Yeah, we
And
want the poop flavored one.
yeah, it was not good. But
Yikes.
it was great.
Nice.
I had a good time. DoorDash some Taco Bell after that, of course. You can never have a night of drinking without some Taco Bell. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a wasted night if you haven't got Taco
yeah,
Bell.
you got to eat something. Taco Bell is obviously the go-to. Yeah, that was fun. Had a good time.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Nice. We debriefed with Big Dave the madness that was the after of the Browns Ravens game about what happened to everybody, but I told him you and me. I completely forgot we made Claire drive us to Taco Bell, and then we were not in a great shape at that point. Was there a guy in front of us with a plate that said Dr. Smash, or was that earlier in the day?
I
you remember
think
that?
that was I think that was earlier when we got some double cheeseburgers at McDank's.
I was
I'm
just like,
pretty
this
sure.
guy is a absolute buffoon. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Good job. You got to see the boys. So cool. Our final clip of this best of was from last week's episode 20, where Nate and I, after being accosted by multiple scam calls, just get into proper scam call etiquette. And if you're truly trying to get over on me and get my account number, here's just some thankful and tips for you. Who am I missing calls from? A popular character. That was a scam call. Listen.
This is the third call
Yeah.
he's got this episode.
Yeah. All you guys, I'm not giving any money overseas to any sort of scams. I don't want your fake loan offers. Leave me alone. I have resorted to texting probably over aggressive and extremely hateful things to all of the spam calls I've got. Guarantee no one sees it on the other.
Now, here's
It
what you
does
need to
make
do.
me
I
feel-
did just set this up for Mom about like right before we started this episode because she received a scam call as well. Those Apple users, I don't know if this is an Android thing. Silence unknown callers, best invention. Any number that's not in your contacts, silence. It goes straight to voicemail. It's perfect. Because I hate getting a call because no one calls me ever. So if I get a call, I'm like, especially like during the day, I'm at work. Like if it's
I
late,
call you all the time.
listen, but if I'm at work and like I know where everybody else is at, and then I'm getting a call, I'm like, oh crap, like what's going on? If you call me after hours, I'm like, okay, this dude's just calling to chop it up a little bit.
I'm gonna start calling you at 2 a.m. and just go.
But
"Oh,
that's like if someone calls me just out of the blue, like during the time that we don't usually talk on the phone because someone's at work, I know what everybody's doing. Then I'm like, oh snap, what's going on? Then I look and it's like Los Angeles, California. Which that's another thing. I've been getting a lot of texts. Someone recently texted me and was like, old man, what's up? Which like,
Oh, wait a minute. You got one earlier. Are we
Not-
going
I
for
did.
steaks?
hold on, let me
I
find
forgot.
this.
Nate got a random.
I did. The guy
Yeah.
invited to steaks.
Are we going?
But hold on, someone called me an old man recently and I didn't appreciate it.
Did you respond?
I don't ever respond because I'm kind of scared.
Okay.
I can't find it, but I did get this text earlier. Hello, is this Emily? This is my work number. Lisa invited us to her house for steaks.
Did you not respond?
Jenny, I'll be there. Send me the address. I'll be there.
I'm his +1.
Yeah.
And I like my steaks medium.
Yeah.
Um,
Make sure we want that.
cowboy butter.
We
on
want that
bad boy.
tomahawk
Yeah.
steak.
Yeah. Do it upright. Medium cowboy butter, heavy kosher salt. Well, that sounds great. We'll reciprocate the invite and invite you some Crunchwrap Supremes.
I can't find the person that called me an old man, but it's
Whichever.
irrelevant. But I didn't appreciate it. So if you're gonna scam call me, at least like say like, "Hey, handsome," something like that. Like if you're gonna, at least give me
Yeah.
a compliment. If
Listen.
you're gonna bother me and interrupt my day, give me a compliment.
You have almost zero chance of scamming me, but I can be flattered.
If someone texted me, if someone trying to scam me said, there's another thing. Somebody, because I have a North Carolina phone number from back in the day. Somebody in North Carolina keeps texting me about this house on Walnut Street. I get this text like once a month about like, hey, is this house still available? Hey, I noticed your siding at Walnut Street is not looking good. Do you want it repaired? Like, I'm not going to respond to this. But if you say like, hey, handsome, I noticed the Walnut Street, I'm in. Like, if you give me a compliment,
Hook, line, and sinker.
it's literally
Yeah.
like, you guys need to up the ante a little bit. Like, if you throw a compliment my way, I'll throw my account number and routing number your way.
Let that be a lesson.
Like,
It's all
the last
communi-
four of my social and my mother's maiden name, you can have if you give me a compliment.
It's all your communication style. Like if I call you and I go, I have incriminating pictures of you. I want $5,000. You're probably going to say, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
However, if I say, hey, handsome, I love you. You have beautiful eyes. You just be like,
Stop. Stop.
who do I make the check out to? That's what I.
Do you take Venmo or Cash App?
Yeah. But I mean, that's just a suggestion. So, for all you scammers out there, maybe you want to choose a little flattery.
Just like,
You know.
the calling, the random calls, the texts, like, asking if this is somebody, which I don't even know if those are necessarily calls or if those are or scams or if they're truly the wrong number. It's not working. Like, I'm sure it works a little bit, but, like, let's try something different. You might get a better success rate.
That's facts. All right. Well, that wraps up episode 21. I appreciate everybody who's been on this journey. It's been 21 weeks. It's been a crazy ride. We're not done yet. We're going to keep it going. I'm excited to take this process forward into the new year. I want to thank some of our show guests, The Bear, HBJ for being on, Kev Collin being on, our boy Big Dave being our first guest and coming in for the pinch hit co-hosting job while Nate was in the bunker getting ready for finals. So it's been great. Appreciate being supporting the show. It's just been a good time. Really enjoyed it, and appreciate y'all listening. What do you got, Nader?
2026, we about to take off here. We're just getting started.
That's right. And as always, stay classy, Cleveland.
Come back, beat kicks and crowd noise, whistle blows.